In this video, I will break down 3 different side hustles idea you can start this week. All you need is a laptop, a cell phone, Wi-Fi connection, and readiness to work. I'm gonna rate these ideas based on how easy it is to start, how easy it is to make your first $1,000, and how easy it is to keep things going once you start. Afterwards, I would talk about what I would do if I were in my early 20s and trying to make some extra money. Many people have a wrong approach and it stopped them of earning a lot of money. But in the world, again, depending on the country, almost every person has access to internet and a cell phone. And maybe that's all you need, isn't it? I think you have to have 2 more things. Indeed, many people begin working from the young age and fail in their comfort zone. They just go to work where they spend at least 8 hours, the most ideal situation. Adding 2 hours for commuting to work, that totals to 10 hours. According to the Gala study, around 60% of the workers express dissatisfaction with their job. You probably may have thought how to break free the traditional 9-to-5 routine, which consumes a third of your life. The biggest mistake that people make is shifting from one job to another because they will get $100 more perhaps. But you don't solve the problem. The problem persists. From my point of view, the solution of the problem is to stop doing what you don't like and start thinking, or at least doing what you like. There is a question how to discover what you enjoy. When I was a child, I enjoyed playing basketball. I went there 3 to 4 times per week. It was really enjoyable period. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is how I discovered the interest of playing basketball. It happened by giving the game a try. I'm sure if you think about things you like, following steps back to the time when you started to like them, you will realize that at first you started to try something new, and then and only then you started to like it. This pattern I would employ to discover something what I prefer to do. Now, as I said, I'm gonna break down 3 different side hustles ideas. So let's get started. The first side hustle idea to becoming a thumbnail editor. It is a cool skill you should totally pick up. Everyone on YouTube needs thumbnails. Trust me, thumbnails matter a lot. This is a key from the door of your YouTube video, and getting good of making them isn't that hard. You can watch tutorials on internet, on YouTube, or maybe Skillshare, and you will learn how to use Photoshop. Here's a trick. Reach out your favorite YouTuber and say them, I'm watching you for a while and I'm a thumbnail editor and I would like to make a cool thumbnail for you for free. It's an easy way to get clients. At least it will be way more efficient than jumping on a freelance platform like Upwork and Fiverr, where there is thousands of people waiting for an order. Imagine this scenario. Once you discover a creator who appreciates your thumbnails, they will continue to work with you, placing orders on weekly basis. Now, how easy is to start? It's not a big challenge. You have to learn and design stuff and have an eye for a YouTube thumbnail style. How easy is to make your first $1,000? Well, big channels pay $200 to $300 for a good thumbnail. In the beginning, you might receive low payment, but as time goes on, you will acquire skills to create high-quality thumbnails. Imagine if a channel puts every week 1 video, it means 4 videos per month, and if you will make 1 thumbnails for 1 video, you will earn $1,000 per month from 1 channel. The lowest price for a thumbnail is between $50 to $40, which is a lot, because sometimes it takes only 20 to 30 minutes to make one. Think about it, earning a respectable income for a relatively small amount of effort. How easy is to keep things going? Again, at the beginning it would be difficult. You need to learn graphics, but over the time, thanks compounding effect, you will be able to make it quicker. You can also use AI tools like ChatGPT for creating some ideas for your thumbnail or writing prompts for Midjourney. By the way, Adobe launched a Photoshop with AI called Photoshop Beta, and in this program you can put your prompts and Photoshop will generate some pictures on your photo. It's a similar principle like in Midjourney. Whether it's a side hustle or a business, the principle is the same, simply an exchange of money in return of value. The skills of making thumbnails and Photoshop can be implemented in our following side hustle, because there are tons of businesses out there that need a better design, like our next side hustle. Side hustle number 2. The second side hustle idea is the Airbnb marketing agency. You know, some people have Airbnbs, but they are so poorly listed, so poorly presented. They don't have good descriptions of photos. Well, only imagine if you had a team helping to the Airbnb owners to fix the problem. If you have a marketing agency that helps Airbnb owners to make their listing, photos, description and marketing, it would be really high valuable and successful business venture. How easy is it to start? You can search in Airbnb apps to find poorly presented properties. Take picture, edit them in Photoshop, and send the sample to the owners to show them your work, making an offer. Also write a description to make the offer more attractive, which means they will more booked and may also increase the rate. How easy is to make your first $1,000? The typical Airbnb rental in the US is booked for approximately 21 nights each month. Indeed, you could provide your service in advance, and if they book more nights than average, you will receive your share of their increased earnings. How easy is to keep things going? The first step is to build a system. For the description, I would recommend you go to the Airbnb and look for a listing to understand the user's writing style. Additionally, I would use ChatGPT to create some new ideas or rewrite the text. And again, I would use Photoshop Beta, which is powered by AI, to edit photos, because it's easy to remove certain items from the photo. Once I've built the system, I would delegate some work, ultimately building my own team. The next side hustle is eBay flipping. So there is a bunch of people, they don't know how to sell stuff online. They don't have proper light or angles in the photos and don't know how to list things properly. So if you know how to do that, you will have a massive and fair advantage. Again, if you cannot make good photos yet, after spending a couple of hours watching some YouTube tutorial, you will be able to make good photos in a reasonable level. That side hustle has been there for thousands and thousands years. There will always be a difference between people who don't know how to market and people who do. If you would take two people selling exact same thing, one person doesn't know how to sell and other does. And the second person will sell it for twice, third time, 5 times, 10 times the price, because this person knows how to market. However, they both bought it for exact same price. How easy is to start? Very easy. You need to learn how to analyze products in terms of demand and supply. Then you need some money to buy the product. Also, you need a place to store, maybe in your garage, until it is sold. You can use your phone to make good quality pictures. What you might have to buy, it's some kind of softbox or some light and some background things that your photos look great. How easy is to make your first $1,000? It might be a little bit tricky because you get money from difference between buying and selling prices. It is called margin. Let's say your margin will be around about 20%. Then, in this case, you need to buy and sell some stuff in amount of $1,000 5 times to get $200 from each in a profit. In total, you will get your $1,000. For example, you would sell 5 iPhones or 5 MacBook Airs one after another. How easy is to keep things going? In spite of the need to have your start capital and place to store, you will have one privilege. And this privilege, the legendary investor Warren Buffett calls compounding interest. It means after each sale, your start capital will increase. For instance, your initial investment of $1,000 with 20% margin after the first sale of $1,000 turns in $1,200. After the second sale from $1,200 turns in $1,440. After the third sale, $1,440 turns in $1,728. You got me. That's why Warren Buffett belongs to the richest people in the world. If you are able not to get money out the cash flow after each sale, then thanks to compounded interest, your capital will grow faster than the simple interest. Now let's share my personal move if I was in my early 20s. I think I would be a thumbnail editor. However, as I mentioned before, you don't know if you like it or not until you try it, because the second side hustle involving Airbnb agency has a significant scalability and business growth potential. Maybe I would try it also instead thumbnail editor. All you need is a time and willingness to work. Every person has 24 hours. Let's say 8 hours to sleep, 10 hours to work. What's left? 6 hours. Okay, plus weekends. On average, we have 50 hours per week that we can spend on something. And if you will spend it for side hustles, at least trying it and just not watching videos. You need some action and not just sitting down. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you will be right. You have the power to do wherever set your mind to. I believe in you, so use your time efficiently. And if you are interested in exploring more side hustle ideas, I've created a video that presents 2 side hustle ideas you can initiate this year.